So many of you guys have been asking me what degree would I have chosen if I did not get my DNP degree. And sometimes I still think back to wanting to get this degree, but I chose a DNP obviously, but there are definitely some regrets. But in this video, I'm going to be going over what degree I wish I would have gotten instead of my DNP, so stay tuned. Welcome back to another episode of Life of a Psych NP. If you are new to this channel, let me formally introduce myself. I'm Darty. I'm a board certified psychiatric nurse practitioner, and in this channel I go over several different subjects to educate the public about mental health, ways to improve your lifestyle, topics related to nursing, nurse practitioners, and specifically psychiatric nurse practitioners like myself. If you are interested in any of these topics, feel free to subscribe. Make sure you like this video because it helps me out so much, and follow me on Instagram at LifeofaPsychNP. So you probably clicked this video because you're interested in finding out which degree I would have chosen besides getting my DNP. And as many of you already know, there are so many different opportunities within nursing, and you don't necessarily just have to get your normal DNP or your PhD or MSN or whatever the case may be. There's different opportunities within nursing. You don't necessarily have to become a nurse practitioner. You don't necessarily have to do it in leadership. There's so many different opportunities out there. And after I became a nurse practitioner, I was on the fence on choosing between getting my DNP or my MBA. And I've always been somewhat business minded, but I wanted to kind of dive in a little bit deeper on the business side of things. And I ultimately chose the DNP because I wanted to kind of focus in on clinical practice. But at the same time, I wish that I would have just gone the MBA route because it would have been more useful in my situation right now. So in this video, I'm going to be going over 5 reasons why you should explore getting your MBA. So stay tuned. So the very first reason why you should get your MBA as a nurse or nurse practitioner is because you have the opportunity to work in upper management. So not everyone has their MSN or everyone has their DNP, PhD in upper management. Some have MBAs. And the reason why it's going to be so crucial for you to get the MBA is because you get to understand the business side of how everything works, and it's going to be able to put you in a position for you to get that upper management role because you understand numbers. At the end of the day, a lot of what they care about is numbers. Yes, it's about patient outcomes and providing care, but it's still a business, and if you understand the business side of things, more than likely they're going to choose you over someone that just has their generic MSN or DNP because they didn't necessarily learn a lot about the business side of things. So definitely think about that, especially if you want to go in upper management. So the second reason why you should get your MBA instead is because you get to develop and understand how to utilize your management and leadership skills. Because at the end of the day, these courses are given and driven towards being able to be an upper level executive position. And you get to be able to understand certain concepts. You get to understand the front end of things, the back end of things, and ultimately utilize those skills and all the skills you've learned in the past throughout your nursing career into being able to be a great asset for the company. And not only are you going to be great for the company, but you get to be able to develop these skills and apply it towards life. So definitely something to think about. So the third reason why you should get your MBA instead is because it opens you up for opportunities to get outside of bedside. And a lot of people are wanting to get out of bedside because unfortunately what the situation we're in right now is causing people to burn out and causing people to want to leave nursing altogether. Why not just get the educational background that limits the amount of patient care and get into a position that allows you to get outside of bedside just so you're not burnt out with all of the things going on. So think about opportunities outside of bedside when you're looking at nursing management, maybe CNO, maybe being a COO, maybe being informatics manager. Think about all of those things because as a person that has their MBA, you could utilize this and get outside of bedside. And the fourth reason why you should get your MBA instead is because you could successfully open up a practice, whether you're an NP or an RN, because you understand how to do it, the basics of it. You understand the front end of opening up a business, the back end of the medical side, and you have a good understanding of what is actually needed. A lot of the times, especially for me, myself, especially when I opened up my own practice, I wasn't sure of the logistics. I didn't understand certain things that you absolutely need to know, and I had to do a lot of research, and I had to do a lot of help and get guidance from other people and ultimately get it down. But at the same time, if you have that background, you can successfully run multiple businesses. Things that you don't even need to be there. You just have to run and understand how it works, hire people, and boom, you're making extra money on the side while still working your normal 9 to 5. So my fifth and final reason why you should get your MBA instead is because you get to make way more money compared to the other degrees. I'm not saying every single job is going to provide you that opportunity, but on average, when you have your MBA compared to an MSN, you're gonna get paid a lot more. Think about all of the degrees with their MSN. Yes, you can do leadership, but someone with an MBA background, you're gonna be able to make way more money. And yes, you can get NP, but depending on your specialty, you're probably averaging around anywhere from 90 to 140,000 on the high end, depending on your specialty, like I said. But there's some people that have their MBAs that work the executive management route, whether they're a COO, CEO, CNO, whatever the case may be, within the higher ups, they're making anywhere from 160 to 220 depending on their location. And this is a huge amount of money. Yes, you can always get your DNP. Yes, you can get your MSN in leadership, but what's gonna set you apart from all of the other nurses? All the other nurses are going that route with the MSN, leadership, maybe get their DNP, maybe they'll get their PhD, but a lot of the times when they have their PhD, they're probably outside of that and they wanna maybe teach, and maybe they wanna be able to just provide education within a university setting. But it's where the MBAs are. People with their MBAs, they're gonna set the difference. They're gonna make the difference on who is gonna hire you, and that's gonna be the biggest indicator to help you out. In the long run, I definitely do think that you should have got your MBA, and honestly, I wish I would have went that route. I'm glad I went my MSN route and I got my NP. But if I were gonna choose between the DNP versus the MBA, I'm pretty sure I would have taken advantage of more of the MBA compared to the DNP, and it's a lot shorter, especially the programs are anywhere from 12 to 18 months, maybe 24 months. My program was 24 months, but still, it's on the higher end of things. And I know there's some universities out there that offer MBA program that specialize within healthcare, and you can do it within 12 months. So that's definitely something you can think about. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I was able to shed light on the MBA. Not a lot of people like to make videos about MBAs, especially within healthcare. And I think this is a great opportunity for the future, especially if you want to be in upper management, you want to get outside of bedside, you want to be able to kind of run your own practice, do your own thing. And this is definitely good because there's always going to be business out there. There's always going to be healthcare out there. Why not combine the two and make it yours? Well guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Bye!